Good morning everyone and welcome to Lords for the fourth day of the first test match between the West Indies and Sri Lanka. We are already into the fourth innings of this match. Sri Lanka are 19 for the loss of 1 wicket, still requiring 355 runs to win. You do feel that that will be quite a difficult task on a pitch that's taking a lot of spin and is generally quite difficult to bat on. The West Indies are in a very good position and will be looking to wrap up this game today and go one up in the series. Of course, the first team to win 2 test matches in this series will be the team to progress to the semi-final. We join the action now as Curtly Ambrose bowls the first ball of the day to Sanath Jayasuriya. Curtly Ambrose to begin around the wicket. Oh, that's in the air. Oh, that's high in the air, miles in the air. Marshall's running around at mid-off. That's 6. First ball of the day has gone for 6. That's a nice bouncer from Marshall, but Sangakkara was onto it like a flash, pulled away for 4. But that's where he loves them, square on the offside. That is a Jayasuriya classic. Oh, that's a quick bouncer from Ambrose and too high for Dushan. That will be 4 byes. Well, that's a beautiful back foot drive from Jayasuriya. The 50 is up now for Sri Lanka. Well, that's a full toss from Ambrose. You don't see those very often, and Jayasuriya's punched that into the gap for 4 more. Big appeal from Malcolm Marshall and the West Indians. That ball looks very close to leg stump. The umpire says no. Let's have a look at the replay. Yes, just outside leg stump. Well, that's a lovely on drive by Jayasuriya. He's getting Sri Lanka off to a very good start. Lance Gibbs comes on to bowl now. And Sangakkara sweeps that nice and fine. That's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. Oh, that's a super quick delivery from Joel Garner. That's the first wicket this morning for the West Indies. Jayasuriya was very late on that, and he is out. Bowled Garner for 44, and Sri Lanka are 73 for 2. Well, that was another quick bouncer from Joel Garner. Sangakkara was late on it, but he's got it well enough to go down the ground for 4. Well, if Sri Lanka are going to pull this off, you feel that this partnership between Sangakkara and Jayawardene will be key. Jayawardene sweeps, and that one's gone away for 4. That's a lovely shot. His first boundary. Well, that's a lovely piece of timing by Jayawardene. He's got that past the man at cover point to the boundary. The 100 is up now for Sri Lanka. Well, Jayawardene down the pitch, gets that one on the full, whips it wide a bit on. That's a lovely shot. Oh, he's such a good player of spin. Foot to the pitch of the ball, all the way along the ground for 4 more. Oh, that was too close to cut. Did that hit something? The West Indians heard something. So did the umpire. Mahala Jayawardene is out. He doesn't look happy with that decision, but he is gone. Caught Dushan, bowled Gibbs for 23, and Sri Lanka are 112 for 3. Well, that's a lovely off-spinner from Lance Gibbs. A big appeal, but that must have hit Aravinda De Silva outside the line of off-stump. Oh, that's a dangerous shot against the spin, but De Silva has lovely wrists, and that's 4. And that's lunch on day 4. Sri Lanka scoring very quickly in that session. 110 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. They are currently 129 for 3. Still 245 runs to win. Let's have a look at the scorecard. A brisk 44 from Jayasuriya opening the batting. A lovely 23 from Mahala Jayawardene before he was controversially given out caught behind off the bowling of Lance Gibbs. Sangakkara is at the crease on 42 not out, and with him is Aravinda De Silva currently on 12 not out. For the West Indians, they bowled very well all morning. 1 wicket each for Malcolm Marshall, Joel Garner and Lance Gibbs. Well, that's a lovely cover drive by Sangakkara. That will be the first 4 after lunch. Punched away from De Silva, playing that ball on the rise, and that will be 4. Oh, and again. Well, these are not bad deliveries from Marshall, but De Silva's getting them away. Oh, beautiful wrist work. He took that from outside off stump and whipped it through mid-wicket for 4. A quick single, and that will be 50 for Kumar Sangakkara. Well, Dushan's taking the ball. Was there some bat there? Well, the umpire thinks so. Well, that could prove to be another controversial decision here at Lords. Aravinda De Silva is out. Caught Dushan, bowled Gibbs for 33. And Sri Lanka are 162 for 4. Well, that's a lovely shot from Sangakkara. He is such a classy batsman. Oh, that was a quick bouncer from Ambrose. It had Matthews hopping. That beat mid on. Yes, it will. And that will be another 4. Oh, lots of spin for Gibbs. He's bowling beautifully. They appeal to the umpire again, but this time he says no. Oh, that's nicely played from Matthews. Stepped out and met the ball on the half volley and punched it down the ground for 4. Oh, a glorious straight drive. Sangakkara showing the full face of the bat. Ooh, that ball moving away down the slope here at Lords. Cries of catch from the West Indies, but Angelo Matthews has swung that one wide mid-on and all the way to the boundary. The 200 up now for Sri Lanka. Oh, and that's a rare play and miss by Sangakkara. It's a 50-run partnership now between these two. They're doing well for Sri Lanka. Lovely placement by Matthews into the gap, and that will go for 4. A little fuller and straighter from Gibbs, and now Matthews has worked this on to the onside. Another 4. Well, that's a lovely shot by Sangakkara. He moves on to 81, playing beautifully. Well, it's 149 runs to win. Are Sri Lanka dreaming of victory? Well, that will certainly help the cause. Let's pass the man a deep square leg, and 4 more for Angelo Matthews. An appeal from Garfield Sobers, but that ball probably pitching outside the line of leg stump. Let's have a look. Oh, bowled him! Oh, Joel Garner is spoiling the party for Sri Lanka. He did it to Jayasuriya, and now he's done it to Sangakkara, who is out. Bowled Garner for 81, and Sri Lanka are 229 for 5. Oh, look at the turn there from Sobers. And that will be tea on day 4. What a fascinating session of Test cricket. 104 runs scored for Sri Lanka, losing 2 wickets. They still need 141 runs to win. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Kumar Sangakkara batted beautifully, but unfortunately for him and Sri Lanka, he is out for 81 on the stroke of tea. Mahela Jayawardene and Aravinda De Silva batted well, both given out to controversial decisions caught behind the wicket off the bowling of Lance Gibbs. The West Indies had some moments of worry in that session, especially during the nice partnership between Sangakkara and Angelo Matthews, but they will still feel that they are ahead of this match and are favourites to win. All cries of catch from West Indies, but there is no one there at leg slip, and so that will just be a single for Angelo Matthews. Oh, another one bobbing in the air. Well, the West Indies must think about getting a short leg. Swept away from Matthews, and that's going to make it all the way to the boundary. Oh, what a delivery from Garfield Sobers. That was Shane-Warne-esque drift and spin, and Jayawardene was bowled all ends up. He's out. Bowled Sobers for 7, and Sri Lanka are 245 for 6. Oh, that's out. Stumped down the leg side. Oh, yes, that's the end of a poor match for Chaminda Vaas. He is gone. Stumps Dujon, bowled Sobers for a duck, and Sri Lanka are now in trouble at 245 for 7. Oh, bowled him! Oh, that's another gorgeous delivery from Sobers. That ball spitting out of the rough, bowling her out through the gate, and he is out. Bowled Sobers for 1, and Sri Lanka are now 247 for 8. Garfield Sobers has really turned it on after tea, as Malinga guides that one away. I think that will be 4, yes. He's off the mark, and that's 250 for Sri Lanka. 122 to win now, but Matthews is still there. He swept that one. That's gone nice and fine. That will go all the way for 4. That's a nice cover drive, and into the gap. Whoa, that gap was very small, but Matthews found it. Well, I'm sorry to say, everyone, that the light has taken a dark turn here at Lords, and the umpires are taking the players off the field. We'll let you know as soon as we hear any news. Good news, everyone. The light has improved. The players are back out on the field. The West Indies have just taken the second new ball, and Curtly Ambrose is about to bowl. Oh, that's out. That's a ripper. The light delay has done no favours for Lasith Malinga. He is out. Bowled Ambrose for 7, and Sri Lanka are now 262 for 9. Muralitharan is out there now. He's driven that one in the air, but there's no one at mid-off, and so that's going to go all the way to the boundary. Well, that's a lovely shot from Muralitharan. Just lent on that. That's the shot of a batsman. Oh, frustration for everyone here at Lords. With West Indies on the verge of victory, the heavens have opened and it is raining. I doubt we'll get any more play in today. And we have confirmation from the umpires that will be the end of play on day 4. Sri Lanka have moved on to 270 for 9. Let's have a look at their scorecard. All things considered, this has been quite a good batting effort by Sri Lanka, batting on a difficult 4th day pitch and against the mighty West Indian bowling attack. Sangakkara played beautifully for his 81 before he was bowled by Joel Garner. A nice innings also from Angelo Matthews, who is still at the crease on 48 not out. The hero for the West Indies in that evening session was Garfield Sobers with his left-arm spin, taking 3 wickets and really taking the wind out of the sails of the Sri Lankan innings. So Sri Lanka need 104 runs to win with only the 1 wicket remaining. That does seem unlikely. Perhaps Kumar Sangakkara, the captain of Sri Lanka, can order his team to perform a rain dance tonight and hope for a full day of rain tomorrow and a draw in this first test match. More likely, however, is that tomorrow the West Indies will come out and take the final wicket and win this first test match. But we'll have to wait and see. That's it from us. Do join us tomorrow for the conclusion of this test match, and bye for now.